In this universe,
in this galaxy, in this world, beneath the influencer clouds,
over the viral video fields,
off the information superhighway,
there are voices in the digital wilderness, whispering
more opinions.
If you listen,
you will hear. America! Fuck yeah! Merry Birthmas, American people and friends. Hope you're having fun blowing up your country.
metaphorically, in Minecraft.
We're not going to let terrorists do it. We're going to do it ourselves. Yeah.
If anyone's going to destroy America, it's going to be us Americans.
It's going to be me. Then that earworm's in your head now. Ahoy, ahoy!
Casey, good to see you, and Ryan as well, and this is for Casey.
Have you seen my wiener?
But this is also for Casey for that comment.
Fuck you. I have been, yep. When it pops up, I pop in for a quick hello and go fuck yourself and...
A nice, friendly fuck
right?
you.
Just banter, like go fuck yourself. So,
Casey, I hope you're protecting your dog from all the sounds of fireworks going on outside.
He's like, I'm in America. There's so many gunshots. It sounds like fireworks all the time. Pew, 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 pew. So.
Ooh, hello. How
nice.
are you?
Hello, Ginger. Well, I hope you Americans are actually drinking really hard tonight. Because after that debate last weekend, you guys are fucked. Or last week, I guess.
Wow.
Wow. War around the world and famine and inflation's through the roof, and we got two old guys who should be on a golf course fighting about golf on national television in line to lead the free world fighting about golf.
Yeah, because the majority of Americans who are having trouble paying rent and keeping up with inflation, they want to hear about two old rich guys talking about their golf swing.
Yeah, that's exactly what they want to hear. Yeah, talking about like a rich man's game. Like, holy frack.
Yes. Ryan, I made that point to Nick. Neither are officially on, and it wouldn't surprise me in this day and age that Trump would win, number one, and that would be unprecedented. Number two, that Biden would be replaced by someone else. But who exactly? I heard on one show, and I'm not sure if it was the Drunken Peasants or Deep Fat Fried, that Gavin Newsom, governor of California, would be a better pick than Biden at this point.
I think Will Ferrell's fucking character from hit it!
First of all, fuck you!
I pop every time. Fuck you! Like, at this point, I think Will Ferrell's character from the campaign would be better than Biden at this point. I really do.
And Casey, on the Drunken Peasants, I think Ben made the point that when it comes to Congress, there should be term limits as well. I mean, Biden was in Congress for 35, 40 years. Pelosi has been in the federal government for 30, 40 years, and she's almost 90.
Yeah, like, and that's the thing is, what do these people know about, like, what do these people know about young, like, kids and what's going on in the world today? I don't know, and I'm 44, and I'm like, sorry, what does yeet mean? Like, and you think that these old coffin dodgers? No, Jesus Christ, Ginger. You think they know what the fuck is going on? Holy shit.
And before Tex either blows out his ears or blows off his eyes or blows off something or other, I'm going to share this with y'all because when I saw this, I immediately thought of Tex. So, Tex, this is for you. Because you know how Tex doesn't believe in the law.
Yeah, I like that.
So there you go, Tex. Happy Merca Day.
Yeah. Okay, Casey, I know that they say it on wrestling, but I have no idea what the fuck yeet means. So, eat that. God damn. Fuck. So, speaking of stupidity, I know these lists are always stupid, but I got to bring this up because this is one of those ones. This isn't like to me, this isn't a debate of, okay, so this is going to be the Forbes top 50 rappers of all time. So I don't know if you guys have seen this, and this is funny because a couple crackers are going to be talking about rap. But that being said, this isn't like guitars where you could like say, okay, BB King for blues, like there's always an argument of guitars, but the top 10 will usually consist of pretty much the same guitars. It depends where you want to put them on that list, right? For the most part, most people, even your top 5, a lot of people are going to be like Jimi Hendrix, Jimmy Page, BB King, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and maybe Steve Vai. Like I'm just saying, or Clapton. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's lists are going to be a little bit of changing. No, it was not a shot at you.
Do you want it to be a shot at
you? Yeah,
you?
we can. Not everything's about you, Casey. Okay. Hey, we have a show here. We got to keep it moving along.
You sounded like Cora when you said that.
No, not the inbred comment. Good Lord. Well, that killed us because that was pretty funny. But now time will go from the stupid presidents to stupid lists made about rappers. And I'd make this about anybody. So I'm going to go quick through. We're going to get to, I think, number 8. And then we're going to go, then the ranting will really begin. So number 1 is Jay-Z. I really don't have a problem with that. I don't. Number 2 is Kendrick Lamar. I don't know his stuff, but I know he's super popular. I don't know his stuff. I honestly don't. Number 3 is Lil Wayne. Again, I know some of Lil Wayne, but okay, it's argument's sakes. Number 4 is J. Cole. Again, I don't know who J. Cole is, but, apparently, so I just don't know who these guys are. Number 5 is Pac. I'm like, all right, well, now we're getting somewhere. Tupac. Number 6, you lost me again because it's Drake. And I don't care what anybody says. I do have a couple of songs I don't mind by Drake. I honestly don't. But there's so much Pro Tools on his voice. It's not him. Right? So that's where you lose me. Number 7 is Kanye West. Again, okay. Like
lyrical wordsmith.
Yeah. But he's bigger than Notorious B.I.G. Okay. This is the one where I was like, fuck this list. I knew this was a joke. Number 8, Nicki Minaj.
Where is that sound effect that I'm looking for? We'll go with this one.
Okay. So now this is where the ranting starts. So she's apparently a better rapper than Nas. She's apparently a bigger rapper than Eminem. She's a bigger rapper than Andre 3000, who I've heard in interviews by other rappers put Andre 3000 in the top 5. Even though he's that good. He went away from music. She's a better rapper than the Notorious B.I.G., who comes in at number 12. Biggie, 12. Number 3, this one blew my mind because if this woman had been in the top 10, I could have got behind this. Missy Elliott. I'd have totally been like, yeah, And then the cracker comes in. Thanks. Yeah. Nicki Minaj is a better rapper than Chuck D.
Nope.
She's a better rapper than A.S.P. Rocky. I don't know who A.S.P. Rocky is, so fairness. And again, so if it wasn't going to be Missy Elliott, the next one I would have went with is Lil' Kim. But apparently Nicki Minaj is a bigger, yes, that's what it is, right? Lil' Kim is apparently less than Nicki Minaj. And excuse me, but Nicki Minaj is a Wish version of Lil' Kim. She is bigger than Tyler, the Creator. She is bigger than at number 18, Snoop Dogg, the Dogfather. She is bigger than Ghostface Killer. She's bigger than Common. She's bigger than Rakim. She's bigger than Big Daddy Kane, DMX, 50 Cent, Ice Cube. I don't know who MF Doom is. Fair enough. I don't even think Lauryn Hill should be on this list, honestly. Juicy World, again, an annoying retard who overdosed himself. Go Ninja, go. She's bigger than Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre is 29. She is 20 spots better of a rapper than Dr. Dre.
I don't imagine ODB is on that list.
She is a better rapper than Busta Rhymes.
Nope. That's
okay. I'm gonna go through the list that us old guys would know. Okay, she's a better rapper than LL Cool J. I'll give her that. Maybe. Let's see. I'm just trying to find anyone else we might know here. E40. Method Man is apparently 39. She's better than Method Man.
What?
Fuck Bad Bunny. Lupe Filisco, Prodigy, Mel. Yeah, I don't know any more of these people because I'm old. Who did you ask if was on here? Cardi B is on here, apparently. Who did you ask if it was on here?
Old Dirty Bastard.
No, ODB's not on here.
Oh.
But that's ridiculous. He's crazy, though.
Yeah, if you saw him on Alex Jones, yeah.
Yeah, he's nuts.
And
I believe he is.
When I find it, I'm going to give Tex one of these.
What did he screw up on?
There.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wrong there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrong
Splitting
there.
hairs.
Yeah.
Hey, Tex, do you like... Oh, hold off on Ryan's for a minute. Tex, do you like my little title in there? You like that? Yeah.
Mine's better.
It's immortalized. Yeah, it's okay.
Mine's better. Happy Trees Day, you ungrateful colonists.
It says colonialists.
This is how the media is consumed today. So yeah, maybe. No, it could be it. Really. You know whose mom's hot? Stifler's mom.
I agree.
Yeah, there's a picture of her on my thing. It's like, yeah, I like her a lot.
Same with Kelly Bundy's mom.
I thought so too. I thought Peg Bundy was hot as fuck. Orgasms are a must. Oh wait, I gotta keep that. That's for later. What do you have on your agenda?
Hold on.
Yeah, well, Rochelle. What the fuck was her name? Yeah, hot as fuck.
Stacy's mom? Who's?
Yeah, from the video. Stacy's mom. I think it was Rochelle Hunter, wasn't it?
What are you talking about?
The song Stacy's mom.
By who?
Stacy's mom. Fountains of Wayne, I think it is. Shut up. You've never heard. I know if you. Yeah, by Fountains of Wayne. Stacy's mom. Yeah.
You got any lyrics?
Yeah. Stacy, can you come over after school? I'm sure you've heard it on the radio. Stacy's mom has got it going on. Stacey,
what year is this from?
It's not enough for me. 2003. I know it might be wrong, but I'm in love with Stacy's mom.
No, I don't think I've heard
it. Was nominated for a Grammy. It was Rochelle Hunter.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
You got to go looking, and Tex probably already has, go looking through Ty West's filmography as a director. Some good stuff, especially when he first started out. Yep.
So I'm telling my crotch goblin to close his fucking door because he's loud as fuck. Well, sometimes, just gotta do what you gotta do, my redheaded friend. Wow. Okay, do you have a story? No, we'll just get off playing and, not that stuff. Ow! Ow!
Oh, yes. Yes, I do have a story. This story is in a video format rather than an article format. This is from the good old CBC, which, if you listen to just about anyone online, the most hated Canadian broadcast corporation in Canada.
Okay.
When kids play tag on ice,
they're going to get hurt. They're going to get some bumps and scrapes and scratches along the way, but they grow and they learn.
Now, the title of this is "The Key to Healthy Kids is Risky Outdoor Play," researchers say.
The Canadian Pediatric Society agrees, saying to counter rising obesity, anxiety, and behavioral issues, kids need to get outside and do things that might leave a bruise.
There is a balance between allowing kids to get out there, be autonomous, try new things, challenge themselves, and we know that there will be a risk of injury.
This goes back to what not only you had said in more recent shows, but what people in general had said in the past 10 or so years. Kids need to get outside, get away from the screens, get off the computers, go outside and experience the world, as you had said, and I'm sure you got it from someone else, touch grass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But this is saying you got to go out there and get hurt. And all the helicopter parents are saying no. And they're going to turn into the outdoor equivalent of homeschooling parents, where they say, no, we're not going to do what the Canadian Pediatric Society suggests. We're going to keep our kids indoors out of spite.
Well, it's kind of like parents. I don't know if it's happening in BC. You'll have to let me know. Maybe Ryan can chime in because he's got a kid in school still. But here in the Alberta, I don't know if this is a Canadian-wide thing, but no more cell phones in school. And it should have happened years ago.
Now, I had heard that was a proposed law in Alberta.
Yeah, it's happening.
Oh, wow.
Yep, it's happening. And yeah, it's about time. That's just it. Let your kids be kids. And these people, I need to get a hold of my kid 24/7. Cool, call the front office.
Yeah, like the rest of us had to go through.
Like our parents had to. Yeah. So, yeah. Starting. Wow. Yeah, there you go. Good. Same here. Good. We gotta get kids off this shit.
Yeah, get kids away from the cell phone in school. Like, they should be paying attention to the teacher who is either an alcoholic or on some other type of drug, or just doesn't care about teaching, just wants their tenure so they can retire with a good, healthy pension. Yeah, have them sit there in front of that old crotchety fool for 6 or 7 hours a day.
So do you think now, because kids have information so easily, like literally they can ask their phone to answer a question and they'll find it, do you think maybe they have, because I don't have kids in school anymore, they need to step back and relook at the education system and like revamp it? Because I'm sure a lot of it still is the same, but with the way kids can learn these days, I don't know, maybe Ryan can attest to this, if schooling has changed.
I would hope so. I would hope that the textbooks of our day are not still being used nowadays, either that or it's not the same information inside but different covers. I would hope that, yes, they've revamped the information, taken out what was speculation or myth, and used the internet somewhat as a source, because there are sleuths and actual detectives out there and researchers who publish what they have found on the internet.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
You had a cell phone in grade 12, Ryan? I don't remember that.
Okay, continue your video.
Canadian Pediatric Society is now encouraging things like playing at heights, climbing trees and ropes, or jumping, fast play, sliding down hills, biking and running, or play involving sharp tools with supervision.
Stop.
The list.
So basically, you're telling kids should just do what we were doing when we were kids. And I forget the supervision with the sharp things. I'm pretty sure we were all playing with knives and making hot dog sticks and carving and cutting shit. Our parents weren't around. I know my digits. You got all your digits? I know.
No,
yeah. Oh, you
they're all
told-
gone.
Shit, that's right. I
Yep.
know Ryan's got all his digits. So, so yeah, basically you're saying kids should go be kids. Keep going.
Kids
Go ahead.
should learn through pain.
But here becomes the problem. Because this is a problem that we ran into. I'm telling my kid to go outside and play. No other parents are. So my son, all his friends are sitting on their asses gaming. And what am I going to do? Make him go stand outside by himself? I fought this fight. And if I wasn't out there to throw a ball with him or go play street hockey or anything with him, he didn't do it. So, I mean, that's a real big problem too.
And regarding what this news story has gone over already, I could just see insurance claims skyrocketing as well as legal issues cropping up.
Yeah.
You're telling our children to go out and hurt themselves. If your children go out and hurt themselves because they're stupid, that's their fault. I went out, I got hurt, but it was temporary.
Yep.
Now, some people will listen to the slowed speech that I exude to the audience and say, well, I think you got hurt a little more ways than one. And you may be right. I may be crazy. But I don't think it's lasting to the effect of, Now, I have no idea where I'm going with that. Yeah, I got hurt. I shouldn't have been playing outside. Never mind. I retract my point.
Nah, fuck that. Have fun, get hurt. Chicks dig scars.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Rock and roll.
And you know what? Snitches get stitches, but a tough snitch who has played outside when they were young, they can snitch and they can live to tell the tale.
And get the bitches.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Rock
fights.
fights. I think there was a time or two in high school where people were putting rocks in snowballs and throwing them.
All the time.
Yeah.
Stephen includes play fighting and just letting kids explore the world. But there are limits.
Well, this isn't about letting a child run into a busy street or.
Why not? The kid's got to learn how to zigzag through vehicles. Come
If you
on.
can dodge traffic, you can dodge a ball.
You got to learn how to dodge bullets because of all them school shootings, bro.
Pew, 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 pew. Just like that.
Come on, we watched The Matrix. Why can't bullet time be a real thing that
Yeah.
we humans can evolve to have as a skill?
Yeah, figure your
Play
shit out.
unsupervised near rough water. Those are hazards.
She notes risky play does not mean ignoring evidence-based safety measures either, like bike helmets and life jackets. Still, some parents and grandparents will say it's just not safe out there.
And that's
Now, that point I will concede. It is not safe out there. It is not the world of the 1980s anymore.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Has common sense left society? Asks Ryan, who should know better. Yes.
Absolutely.
Long time ago.
a common perception that the world is less safe than it was when we were kids. But in fact, if you look at the injury statistics, it's actually never been a safer time to be a child than it is right now.
Maybe some injuries are going unreported, and that's why.
Yeah, these fuckers didn't have those pedals that we had that ripped the shit out of your legs. Right?
Fear is a factor. Yes, Ginger, you got it.
Yeah, not the Fear Factor hosted by Joe Rogan.
Rogan, you say? Any relation to Joe Rogan?
No, Joe Rogan. Remember the Mad TV bit? Rogan. Okay, well, the cue cards are going a little fast. Maybe we'll slow it down.
Yeah. There's Joe
Yeah,
Rogem or something
yeah.
like that.
He's like, hi, I'm Joe Rogan. Rogan. Yeah,
That
well,
was
the
a
cue
great
cards are moving a little too fast right now.
Mad TV bit. That was great.
Yeah, like, because that was what it. And I'm Kenny Rogers. Welcome to the Nantucket Golf Tournament. Today's stars, like Patrick Duffy, will be teeing off in West Virginia.
But Ginger does make a good point. The overcorrectness of, well, if a kid goes outside and gets hurt, we have to investigate the parents, and any little thing that we find, we use that to take the kid away from the parents. You know, it's that
Yes, that too. Yeah.
overcorrection. Yeah.
And then that it's also becomes a drain on our not society. I'm sorry, I wasn't gonna, our resources, because now, like, you have, like, let's just say little junior baby son of a bitch is out on his bike, and let's say he's wearing his helmet, but he fucking wipes out and he road rashes his face up. Well, you know, if the way a lot of things go today, like with overreacting at people, some, like, hopefully most people, you can be like, yeah, he wiped out on his bike, he ripped his face up, and you know, shit happens. You would hope that's what would happen.
Yeah.
But there is but that's just it. We can't live on a. I just thought of this as I'm saying it. We can't live in a world where it's like, well, I might get investigated if, you know, my son goes to school with scratches on his face, but like, one would just, you'd like to think your kid would be like, oh, I wiped out on my bike. You know, I tried to hit a bike and, you know, smash, and yeah. You're right. No one wore helmets, Ryan.
Too much coddling has ruined us, says Tex. Now, Tex, who didn't get enough love and cuddles and hugs from his parents as a child, who looks to Junior with a chainsaw from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre as a father figure, I think you're going a bit too far in the other direction there, my hillbilly friend.
Okay, but no, I don't think it's just the coddling text. I think it's just the general world of, you're here to hurt my kid, and I'm going to sue them or whatever, or I'm going to sue you or charge you. It's like kids be kids, like kids fuck around and find out. You know, to a certain degree.
And what you were saying earlier about, well, if the kid goes to school and they got scratches on them, and then a teacher says, oh, what happened there, little Timmy? And let's say, in an extreme case, a hypothetical, that teacher has something against little, did I say Johnny or Timmy?
Timmy.
Let's say little Timmy's parents. The teacher will use those scratches as a way to have child services intervene and say, this is because of abuse going on in the home, when that's not the case at all. They'll just use that as a way.
That's just, and that becomes the word. Then, like, again, I just took that off. You should be able to be like, hey, fuck you, guy, you know, and then real, like, but then I think there needs to become onus on when it's issues like that the cops should be like, okay, well, we're going to charge you with, I don't know, like, and I know I'm going to say something stupid here. Maybe you can think of something better to say it as, like, I'm going to charge you with being a rainbow butt dumpling and wasting resources. So here's a fine and you have to pay the wages for the cops because they told you what had happened and you overreacted. All parties here are saying that this is what happened, you know, and that's all his family.
Don't you have something to go outside and blow up? What do you?
It's like, actually, I'm sitting in the emergency rat room with a stump of a hand right now. I better see what the fuck's going on with my favorite garbage man. That's what I think happened.
Oh, yes. Society is not right or left, and this is the problem today. Part of that problem is that in the United States, for example, and again, happy Freedom Day, happy Independence Day, the conservative, religious, Christian right wants the country to hold their values and beliefs at number one, and their lack of control on that drives them crazy to the point of Project 2025, or having Trump as the president so he can choose the Supreme Court justices and nominees that will tip the Supreme Court in favor of the conservatives so that they will destroy Roe v. Wade, for example. Which shitty rom-coms I'd like to know.
The one where she moves to Canada and befriends a garbage man, then realizes he was there the whole time for her. Isn't that like every Jennifer Aniston movie?
Yes, exactly. Starring Gerard Butler
Yeah, there you go.
as the garbage
I mean,
man.
yeah, I mean, I have a keg, not a six pack, but we can work around it. So, anyways, finish your video.
Well, if religion scares you, then a religious government masquerading as a constitutional republic, that should be the scariest thing ever, because it's that theocracy hiding underneath. That is the terror.
Yep.
Experts say parents can also reframe how they talk to kids about risk.
Get that thing
Instead
moving.
of
Come on,
repeating,
Junior.
"Be careful," which can raise fears, ask kids if they feel comfortable or "What's your plan?"
And we're finding new research that's even.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting there going, "Hey, get that thing going, bitch. Let's go." I'd be the one spinning that thing till the kid vomited.
Yeah, use them leg muscles.
Yeah, no shit. Continue.
More exciting around the mental health benefits of risky play.
Yes, there are mental health benefits, not only to risky play, but to exercise in general. This is extremely important when it comes to mental health, including stressful exercise. There are benefits mentally to doing that, especially when you're a kid on a regular basis, 5, 6, 7 days a week, as long as the kid gets enough sleep. And sleep habits change from decade to decade. When you're a kid, you might need 10 to 12 hours of sleep. Teenager, 8 to 9. Adults maybe needs 7 or 8. Apparently, it decreases the older you get. But old people can sleep throughout the day, like naps and stuff. So apparently, it goes back up the closer you are to death.
Oh.
Weird. The rednecks will win, and this is where I will say a guy like Tex is smarter than a guy such as myself, because Tex has survival skills. He knows how to hunt. He knows how to work on a vehicle. He can survive on minimal rations. He knows stuff that I, as a city dweller, do not know.
That's actually a really good point, Tex. That is a fair point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where could that money from a study gone to help anywhere else to decide to say, like, hey, kids need to get out more? Like, I know we spent a lot of time out like together in high school, right? Kind of like grade 9 through 12, right? And a couple of years after, before we all kind of moved. And speaking for me, Ryan, and Alex as a whole, but when I was from the age of 9 to 13, during the summer, I was never home. I was like, I was down at Morphe Lake. Me and Chris and like a couple other kids. I don't know if Ryan was involved in this. Like, we'd ride all the way to 22 Mile on our bikes. That's a fucking ride when you think about it, for kid, like 13-year-old kids, 12-year-old kids on their bikes.
Yeah.
We'd go down the creek, down like the where the creek is, and like on the main highway. We'd follow it all the way down, like under the bridges, and be gone. And it's like, I remember thinking one time while I'm floating in the water, and I'm floating in the water going, man, if a bear came out here, we'd be fucked.
Yes, I remember years ago. I can't remember what grade it was. Maybe it was between grades 7 and 8. Dustin and I, in the summertime, we would ride our bikes out to 22 Mile, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That's where me and Chris and Ryan would always ride our bikes.
We would be out there all day. The time it would take to get back.
Yeah. Oh, you'd be so fucking tired. Oh, you'd be so dead. But that's what you did as kids. I remember walking down that road in 22 with no salt and no shoes on. That's just how we lived. And like, I remember my dad would finally say, you need to stay home. We're going to watch a movie as a family tonight. Because I was never home. Yeah. I'd leave in the morning after breakfast, go down to Morphe for the day, or we'd go out to 22 Mile. So, go ahead.
That's what parents, I'm not going to say all parents, but a lot of parents wanted their kids to go outside for the day so that they would burn off that almost infinite amount of energy they had, so that when it came to dinner time, they'd come home, they eat, they'd be tired, they would not stay up all night, they would go to bed, and the parents could relax.
I'd go back out after dinner. Seriously, I was never home. Like, never. And it was awesome.
And did you get kidnapped? Did you die? Did you get ripped? Did
Never.
you get never?
No.
But
No.
but in this case, that's because you were ugly. So no one wanted you.
And I was
Let's be
fat.
real.
They probably saw me and went, man, that's a lot. Can you imagine seeing me, Chris, and Ryan on bikes? And like, who's gonna kidnap us? Mention that food bill. Hello, Candace. Look, my sister showed up, so she knows.
Candace.
See, she knows. Dad would say, Nick, you need to stay home. We need to have a fucking family night. And I would be fucking pissed because I didn't want to be there. Not because I hated my family. I just wanted to party.
Oh, Jesus. Now more family shows up.
I know, right, Dad, Candace?
Look at that. By the time I was 10, we were going squirrel hunting. Didn't Beef go hunting with his family at that early an age too?
Me and Ryan did.
Jesus.
Oh yeah,
Ryan, I could understand. Like Ryan,
did.
by the time Ryan was, I don't know, 16 or 17, he could skin a deer in his garage. I swear that's true.
Oh, I could skin a deer. When you said like it, I hadn't shot a gun in years. This was again a few years ago. Colin was super young, and my friends down here had guns. They're like, "We want to go shoot." And I'm like, "I haven't shot in years." So we go out to the gravel pit, and mind you, Colin has never seen me handle a gun. So we throw bottles up onto the hills, and I just start boom, boom. I mean, I don't know, and I'm reloading, and the bottle's dancing up the hill, and Colin's just staring like this. He didn't know I could shoot a gun. And I'm keeping the bottle going up to the top of the hill and then let it roll down and then shot it up again. Colin, he was amazed. He didn't know his dad could shoot a gun.
That's another thing in Tex's favor. He knows how to shoot guns, but also he knows how to handle guns properly and safely.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. I may have been out with Nick, Dad, up to about grade 2 or 3, but then Nick moved away.
I moved away in grade 5. So up until grade 5, I left in grade 6. So up till grade 5. And then we reconnected when you came to high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then basically we were together. Oh, look, and then Sarah shows up. Fuck, the whole family's there. Hi,
Sarah.
Yeah, because me and you, we had about that 3-year where you were in Morphe. I was in high school, well, Mac 1 and then high school. And then as soon as you got back to high school, we were back together again.
Yep.
So, yeah. But yeah, okay, let's finish the video. So.
And Sarah, you're probably showing up just now. This video that we're watching has to do with allowing kids to go outside and explore the world and get hurt within reason, like not ignoring common sense and safety rules and so on and so forth, but allowing kids to go outside and take more risks as opposed to staying inside and being coddled by their parents and helicopter parenting and so on and so forth. And I want to know your thoughts on that, Sarah. So take a few minutes and give us that answer. I would think that, Ryan, and I think this is true here in Canada, you have to take multiple safety courses in order to obtain a firearm, but you can only have that firearm under certain restrictions. There was a guy I met a few years ago. He does have his firearms license here in Canada, but transporting that from his home to, say, a shooting range is almost a deleterious process to the point of, well, why bother?
Text. I had a pocket knife.
I had a pocket knife too.
Yep. So we did 2 texts. We did the same. We were the same way. And the thing is when we talk about gun control and gun and this and that, I trust a guy like Tex. I would have no problem probably with Tex owning. And I mean, I just know him from here, but he seems like a responsible gun owner, and I would trust Tex with guns. And the problem's not a guy like Tex. It's the asshole who doesn't educate their children and leaves their guns in spots where kids can find it, Or again, like that story I shared with the woman that comes out just spraying the machine gun over her fucking vehicle.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's the problem. So,
And speaking of crazy women, hello, Chad. That has nothing to do with anything.
okay, let's
But
finish
I'm
the
gonna
video.
give myself. All right.
Building self-confidence and resilience and also managing of symptoms of anxiety.
This isn't a move away from safety, experts say, but a shift towards keeping kids as safe as necessary. Christine Birak, CBC News, Toronto.
And nothing said safety is like we were kids when you got on that crazy carpet and just flung yourselves down Little Mac. Safety regulations, my ass.
And I like that it's safety within reason. So there is a fine line to be tread, and there's more nuance and subtlety to the conversation as opposed to this or that.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Exactly.
I want to know more about this. Nothing has changed for child death. Now, there are really stupid children out there who will inadvertently take themselves out of the gene pool because they decided to launch themselves into highway traffic, for example. I don't know what the statistics are on that, but really out there stuff. But I'm curious, Ginger, what you have to say about that.
Okay, hold on. I get one for Sarah here. Hold on. She fixed it, but she still fucked it up. So
Yes.
yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Well, the point I'll make quickly on this is that you have to take courses in order to get a driver's license. You should have to take courses in order to own and handle a firearm.
And really, so but it should honestly text. It should be an elective. I don't know if that's what they call them down there, but it should be like if a kid decides, hey, I want to learn more about guns and whatnot, sure, right? It should be an elective because there are kids who are like, ew, I don't want to handle a gun. I don't want to, you know what I mean? So it's like that it should be an elective. Ginger, I would think that like less kids would be dying from bikes nowadays because number one, there's not as many outside doing it, and number two, just with the safety helmets and stuff now, you figure that may say I realize getting hit by a car is hit by a car. A helmet's not going to do a lot, but you figure it might help a bit. And yes, Tex, Ryan nailed it. Rural Canadians are very similar to Texas values. Like we are very similar.
Yeah. And that's interesting considering the rise in population now versus 30 years ago.
True. Maybe that's why the number has balanced itself out. America! Fuck yeah!
You should share that one you sent to me right before we went live. Measuring, yeah. Proper teaching for sure. Now, I still think there should be a license and a database. I know, oh my god, but if we're going to have it for driving, then for guns as well. Because how many people are you going to kill with a vehicle versus a gun? Yeah, see, I love that. That's great.
Goddamn British invaders. Yeah, that would not shock me.
Kids are going to be kids.
Are you going to use the penguin, the seagull video I sent you?
The seagull video. I don't think so. Thank you, Alma, for liking us on Facebook. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. Hope you're doing well. It was written over 200. Yeah, and cue Jim Jeffries when he comes up with the musket bit.
Yeah.
Great.
Here, I just want people to laugh because I don't want to get into this again. We've done this a lot.
Yeah.
So, sounds on. Okay.
Making my way downtown, walking fast. I'm a seagull. Go fuck yourself. Do.
It's so dumb.
See, this is what the internet should be used for. This stuff, it's so stupid. Hey, but someone needs to talk to the Arnold guy. He needs to dial it back a little bit.
Yes, I agree.
And I mean, I was all about that, and and even now I'm like, all right, let's dial this shit back a bit. Kind of.
And the next time Sarah shows up, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Miss Pokey Knife," or something like that. Because Pokey Knife, that is brilliant. I love that.
I've just shared shit. Okay, so this is funny because a gay guy said it.
Oh God.
Including sex with dudes. Holy shit. That is awesome. That is just including sex with dudes. Holy shit.
Mental highest rate of youth death is mental health. Now, are we talking suicide? Because suicide covers hanging, stabbing, shooting, jumping out in front of a subway train, things like that. Drug overdoses as well. So saying mental health, you got to parse that out.
Yeah.
I'm not doubting you on this. I'm just saying that's a conversation that needs to be broken down, I think.
Speaking of conversations need to be broken down.
Yeah.
You want to what? I'll just, instead of like doing the Alex's, like we need to break it all down. I'll say this. That stat does not surprise me because we've talked. Okay, have fun. Love you. Have
Thank
fun
you,
blowing
Tex.
shit up. Later, Tex.
Take care.
Record a video of you blowing shit up and send it to the email. I'd love to see it.
Mail us a blown off finger.
Yeah, preferably this one. Have fun, brother.
Thank you, Tex.
I would believe that mental health is for kids now because we've talked about this before on the show. You can't escape the bullying anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy for someone to make a burner account and just send you a message. Anybody can send anybody a message anytime. Like, so it doesn't shock me that that's what it is. And I think a lot of kids have a lot of trouble finding happiness in things that don't, and you really gotta find things that make you happy. And I know it's easy for me to say as a 44-year-old man who has been through a lot of shit, and it took me a long time to realize that. Like, man, there was a quote from a Joey Swole video, and maybe you've seen this video. This guy's working out, and he's gonna do shoulder lifts, and it's a guy, and he's only doing 20s. It's not a lot, but this girl's like, "Oh, that's impressive," and he's like, "Oh, it's really not that impressive." And she's like, "Hey, I think that's impressive, right?" And he's like, "Well, compared to other people," she says, "You need to stop that because comparison is the thief of joy."
Good one.
And that is a fucking great one.
Uh-oh.
The boss is here.
Uh-oh.
Hi.
Hi.
That good? Okay, well. Nice tits.
What? But you were complimenting her and she slams the door.
Right. But yeah, I think, this girl said that comparison is a thief of joy. And it's hard as a young person to understand that. Right. And
in this day and age, sorry to interrupt you.
No, you go. I go all the time.
Giggity. Using the internet, you get more of everything that the world has to offer. Now, we as adults, we can handle that. But kids, teenagers, not so much. So
No.
Yes, in terms of mental health and the bullying aspect, yeah, it's almost overwhelming for them.
I'll let her know you said hello, Sarah May.
Great.
Yes. Kids getting pushed through. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You're showing that school means nothing. You're showing that there's no point of these kids even being here. If this is what the school system is going to be, and you're just going to push these kids through no matter what, just give them their diploma, let them go start working. Just let them go. If you're just going to push them through school, well, my kid, grade 9, he failed a class, but he didn't get held back on that class. Like, why the fuck not? He failed.
Yeah, the hell with child labor laws. Let's bring back employment at the age of 7.
You're not going to say 5, but all right.
Something more reasonable, like the age of 5.
Yeah, but then you're all like being like the bleeding heart over there. Fuck, you're such a
Yes.
liberal.
Yes, and speaking, oh, you're going to share one. Yes, he does.
Matt Damon.
That's so awesome. Speaking of liberals, this one was for Frank. I don't think he's going to show up tonight, though. So I will share this all for everyone. And if Frank happens to see this at some point in time, Frank, this is for you. Because Frank was looking for good after debate memes, and this is one. I immediately thought of Frank when I saw that.
Remember what happened if you skip back in the day? Well, you had to get caught getting skipped first. You can't skip anymore. Oh, there's a good one. Oh.
Hola.
Hola. Oh, wait. Play it.
And I hope she stays so I can play it. Here we go. Thank you, Oma. Hope you're doing well. Hope the family is well. Hope Bolo is doing well. If Bolo is sitting beside you or if he's anywhere in the vicinity, I've got one for him. You let me know and I will play it.
Holy shit. So this is what Kat and Bolo or Alma and Bolo are getting ready to blow up tonight. She sent me a picture of it.
Oh my God.
That's awesome. Hanama!
Hello, Hanama. Ciao, bang. It's good to see you. How are you?
Oh, yeah, they're blowing up stuff. Awesome. America! Fuck yeah! Speaking of America, should have shared this one. I just found this one. There we go.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It's America Eve.
Great.
Who cares? Doesn't matter. The contest doesn't matter anymore. The champ's not there. You heard about that? The hot dog eating guy that got kicked out because he signed with a vegan hot dog company.
Oh, that was so dumb.
I know. And the new guy only ate like 58. Didn't like Johnny or whatever his name is crush like 70 something?
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck that guy.
Now you get a guy like Billy the Fridge in there, 100 easy. Well, before Billy had his heart failure, I mean.
Yeah.
So we're talking like 2019 Billy the Fridge. No, 2017 Billy the Fridge. Yeah. Shout out to Billy the Fridge.
I like fridges.
All right. So in case Bodo is anywhere in vicinity of Alma's phone, I imagine she's watching on her phone. I got something for him. There he is. Hola.
Hola, muchacho.
This is for you.
Wrong. Wrong.
Hitting a high note there. Wrong.
Giggling in Spanish.
Ja, 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 ja. Ja, ja, ja. A ja, ja, ja. Wow, this is true. I love this. I like this one. No. Because it's fucking true. Like,
yeah, rumors, right?
Yeah, rumors. Fuck,
Yeah.
rumors. Everything. Every song had at least a slight at everybody. You know. Happy 4th, Bolo. I hope you guys are having a blast.
Yes.
Alma sent me a picture of your guys is blowing stuff up. Giggling is GGGG and ja 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 ja.
Nope. To us, everything is ja ja ja.
Everything's ja ja ja.
Ja ja
Ja ja ja.
I've heard, and I think Billy said this on the Drunken Peasants years and years ago, because he did eating contests for a while. When you do an eating contest, you don't starve yourself prior to the contest. I think you eat either smaller meals to sustain yourself or bigger meals so that your stomach expands slightly and you're preparing yourself in that way. You're essentially training for the contest. So it's not a starve yourself and then see how much you can eat. So Ryan, if you plan on doing an eating contest, do some research.
I believe I saw I've heard that before about like with s'mores and stuff. Like you don't starve yourself all day.
Yeah.
Because that's the same thing. You're not gonna eat as many. So
and people who do fasting for 24 and 48 hours, when they're done the fast, they do not gorge themselves because that is terrible for your body. You have a small meal, you gradually build up to the size that the meals were over the course of time.
Red, if you're still here, this is for you. Same. Okay. I said that was for Red. Do you have any? Was there any other stories you wanted to?
Yes, I do have a news story or two. However, it is couched within one of our segments.
Okay.
Well, better not shoot the bunny. Have you seen Con Air, Ginger?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Pictures or it didn't happen.
Pictures of her watching Con Air.
Well, with her tits out, yes.
Okay, good.
That's two good things right there. Con Air and Red's tits. All right.
All right. And new story related to segment now. This never ends. It never ends.
Okay.
And what I'm referring to in particular, this one is called Karen Yelling at Drag Performers in Hawaii Hotel Lobby. Now, I'm building a case here, so we'll see this footage.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I paid to be a customer at a hotel.
Now, I don't know about this music, so I'll pause it every once in a while. But apparently,
if you can you play it? It looks like there's subtitles. Could you get away with playing it?
Yeah, but I love hearing the original voice of the person because you put on makeup, because you're wearing high heels.
Play it. Put the music.
The outfit on. Now you don't think this is degrading?
Being a drag performer is degrading in her eyes. Okay. Oh boy.
This is misogyny. And we have a hotel. If you give me back my money right now, I will leave the hotel.
If I were the manager, I'd just pull out money from my wallet and say, there you go, GTFO.
But I'm not going to have my children come down from the 30th floor and see what's happening here.
Oh, here we go. My children, my children. The old human shield argument.
Yeah, no, this is completely degrading.
Now, this whole thing.
So hold on.
Yeah.
I'm stuck on misogyny. That's what you said. This is misogyny.
Thank you, Auntie Kathy, for laughing at us on Facebook. Great to see you in one form or another. Hope you're doing well. Still haven't gotten the book yet, but I'm waiting with bated breath.
She realizes that means the hatred of marriage.
Misogyny?
That's what it says. That's what she said. I just looked it up.
Ooh, Ryan's got a good point. Nice. I had no idea that she might have been meaning that. Maybe not.
Okay. All right. Continue.
I want to know what your names are because I'm going to share this. Are you dressed up?
And we'll get to the drag performers as well, what they look like. One of the drag performers is filming her right now. So this is from their POV.
Are you a man? Are you a man?
Sorry, I didn't mess up. That is the hatred or dislike of women. So so it's a drag queen, right? So if a drag queen hated a woman, why would he dress as a woman? Right? Misogyny. Yeah, I just looked it up. Misogyny. Misogyny. I don't speak English well. Yeah.
Oh, didn't Mr. Callahan dress up as
Mr. Truant did.
Truant? Sorry, the dearly
him and
departed Mr. Truant.
And Mr. Callahan and him made out on stage.
That was classic.
That was awesome.
A woman? What do you think about my son, who might think that he can put on makeup and put on fancy clothing and high heels?
I would think that if your son does that, that's part of his freedom,
Well, I guess this is
and
growing up.
the right to expression, freedom of expression, hating females. And
Thanks, Andy Cabby, I figured it out.
drag queens don't hate females, at least not inherently. Maybe there is a small contingent within the grand community that does, but it cannot be said that the entire community hates.
Yeah.
Because that would be dumb.
So speaking of this, can I go off topic for a second?
Yeah.
It's really stupid.
Yeah.
So I just watched a biography on Bret Michaels from Poison.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if anybody remembers the cover to Look What the Cat Dragged In, the guys looked very, very feminine. As a matter of fact, I've seen the jokes of it said, and one of the jokes is, I jerked off to the cover of Look What the Cat Dragged In for a year before I figured out that they were dudes. But it all started because CC DeVille had an allergic reaction to some of the makeup, so they airbrushed his face. Well, once they airbrushed CC's, they're like, well, we got to airbrush everybody else's.
Yes.
And then once it was gone, it was too far gone. That's why they look like they're so airbrushed and look like women, because CC's face had broken out, so they airbrushed it, and that's why they looked like drag queens. So,
and everyone who is interested in this should listen to Dee Snider's explanation of why they dressed as they did during the hair metal days. Drag queens may hate some bitches. Man, that's a great quote.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Thank you, Alma. Thank you for being here. All the
Thanks,
best to
Jack.
you and Bolo. Be
Go
safe.
blow stuff up.
I'm the safety police. Nice.
Yeah, Taylor Hanson. Taylor Hanson's a guy. No, he's not. Yeah, he is. Oh, no. Oh, the posters.
And have his penis cut off.
Whoa. Why in this day and age do they keep resorting to that? My child's going to cut his penis. Alex Jones makes this argument. They want your children to cut their penises off. No, that's jeez.
This is misinformation.
And they demonize like it's the satanic panic of the 1980s.
Exactly.
Why?
Yep.
And take estrogen so he can grow fake boobs.
If a person takes estrogen, they're not growing fake boobs. They are growing boobs.
But what? So this is the uneducated person she is. That you're not talking about drag queens now. You're talking about transgender people. So you're not even talking about the same people. You're uneducated and don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yes, and it was 20 years ago that in the United States, the homosexuals were the satanic panic of that time. Now it's moved on to transgender. What is it going to be in 10 years? What is the new boogie person going to be, I wonder?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, Ginger, I absolutely agree with you. And yes, these drag queens look fabulous. And I say that in total heterosexuality.
I was going to say, I bet you they're hot and I take them home not knowing.
Blah, 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 blah. She's going off. This is crazy.
I am.
Tell me why you think it's okay to put on a clown costume.
Not exactly a clown costume. Again, we'll get to it pretty soon. I think it's in either the end of this video or in the news story that's coming.
And to do this to young children.
To do this to young children, and I have not seen any young children in this video.
No. Nope.
Oh man. Yes, Ryan, that is the quintessential counter argument that the Just Say No to Drugs movement cannot counter when it's just say no to drugs. Well, no one's offered me any drugs.
Yeah.
You know how expensive drugs are?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then and now?
Well, that was Chris Rock's big bit, wasn't it? What am I going to do with all these drugs? Oh, I just can't sell these drugs. What am I going to do with all the crack? What am I going to do with all this crack?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not going to try and make money selling it. I'm going to give it away to children.
Because that's just because it's like it was Chris Rock, because he's like, so if a drug dealer comes up to you and he's like, yo man, you want to smoke? You go, no, I'm cool, man. He's like, that's cool. Now Jehovah Witnesses, on the other hand, that's yeah, when you tell a drug dealer you're not, you don't want, no, I'm cool, I don't do that. They'll be like, cool, that's cool, and that's it. That's the end of conversation.
Well, Chad, it is true that children can be easily influenced. A drag queen unalive. Wow, that is awesome.
Unalive her penis.
I love that wordplay.
Unalive.
Unalive her son's penis. Well, I guess she just didn't teach her son how to be strong enough in the face of drag queens.
In the face of penises.
No, in the face of drag queens who subtly want to influence her son to cut off his own penis and put on makeup.
That's what I was
according
saying.
to her.
According to her.
I don't think I've ever heard her say it.
Now you got to get her. Now you got to get her to say it.
Yeah. Ginger, not exactly on that point, but somewhat similar to that point are artists, actors, directors, writers who make films that pander to the lowest common denominator and make a whole bunch of money off it versus their, let's use one of Tex's words, highfalutin art projects that are intellectual, that challenge the norms, and that are great cinema. They make absolutely no money. So pandering to lowest IQ individuals equals high votes in your case and equals more money in the case of the cinema. Interesting. Hello, Jason.
Hello, Jason. Yeah, his mom must be a blast at parties.
We're going to learn more about her in the next two videos.
All right.
And muting the music. I want to talk to the police. Oh. Yeah, because it's illegal to be a drag queen.
So in this here, so when the cops do show up, this is when she should be arrested and have to be bailed out and charged for wasting their time. It should be a ticket. No, actually, you don't even need to go to court. This is your ticket. You're getting a ticket. This is your ticket for wasting police officers' time. And make it a big ticket. Like, here's a $500 fine for wasting officers' time, because there's no reason for us to be called out here to deal with this. Hey, ma'am, while we were out here doing this, 3 convenience stores got robbed, but we're here to save you from the drag queen.
And we're here to save your son as well.
Yes, from his penis becoming undead from the drag queens. Unalived. That's what it is. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, they were just joking around and having fun. Donald's fans who will follow him to the ends of the earth will say in apologetic protest.
Right.
So as I said, this happened in Hawaii. This is an island Yes, Island News story about it.
Video of a visitor from California berating some local drag queens has gone viral.
Are you a man? Are you a man pretending to be a woman?
I'm not pretending to be anything. I'm just dressed.
What do you think about my son, who might think that he can put on makeup and put on fancy clothing and high heels and have his penis cut off?
And again, and you made this point already, that's two different things. Drag queens are not always transgender, so there has to be a fine line drawn here.
Motherfucker, have you not seen Tu Wong Fu?
Yeah, and Patrick Swayze, man, he was the man back in the day.
Yeah, and John Lozano was hot as fucking drag. Wesley Snipes, not so much, but like those were okay. And like John Lozano was a man, but you're taking two very manly men and Wesley Snipes and Patrick Swayze and putting them in drag. Like Roadhouse and Blade. Come on. And The Pest. Anyways, continue.
Yes, Ryan. And back in the day, and I'm talking years ago when Shakespeare's plays were first written and performed, no women performed on stage. It was men and men in drag. And now for the time that was acceptable, but it's not now. I don't think I'm making a good point here, so we shall move on.
And take estrogen so he can grow fake boobs like those.
The incident occurred Sunday morning at the Alohilani Resort. Beth Bourne took exception to 3 drag queens who were filming a video in the lobby of the hotel. She says this type of behavior can be confusing for young children and should be done in private. Now, Bourne says that she is especially sensitive to this subject because it has left her estranged from her daughter.
And so I've been very, very sensitive to the idea of what should our children see and how should parents be involved.
Any comments so far?
No, let her bury herself.
And Jason, if you're still here, if you look up Beth Bourne Hotel Karen on YouTube, you should be able to find the video that we just played.
And that's why I spoke out, because this was the lobby of the hotel.
And anyone who has watched the previous video and is paying attention in this video, please point out where you see young children, as she is claiming these drag queens are subtly influencing.
So I'm gonna add this and then just let this play because I don't think she's. I think I'm gonna hit a home run here.
Okay.
You're worried about what these drag queens, these 3 people are doing in this lobby. They're obviously not doing XXX stuff or nothing inappropriate, or they would have been asked to stop by the hotel staff.
Yep.
What do you think has done more damage to your children? The 3 the 3 drag queens that are doing whatever they're doing, okay? Or the children's psychotic mom who is now the poster boy for Karens, and now there's a good chance that your child's not going to go to school and get harassed because your mom's a fucking psychopath. You tell me what more damage is going to be done. Because you're on the internet going to be a pariah.
Yeah. And
go ahead.
That will translate into real world because the internet and the real world are merging. And having hard time catching the Thursday show. Well, it'll only last for about another month and a half or so. And hopefully. You can always watch us after the fact on our YouTube channel.
I'm really hoping, Jay, that once, I don't know what fall ball is going to be on yet this year, but I'm hoping we can go back to Mondays. So, here, I think the last game of the season is August 9th. So I'm hoping after that, yeah.
Now, this is a good point. Can't have it chopped off without a psychiatrist approval. And is it psychiatrist only in where you are, Ginger, or is that the world over? I want.
So I know here that there you go. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll get to that in a minute.
Okay. So we actually had this conversation. Jason I was actually in a band with my bass player. I think we share the same bass player, and Bill plays some guitar for Jay as well.
Nice.
He's very liberal. We had this conversation about gender reassigning surgery and stuff. And Bill is super liberal, super liberal. And even he has said, he's like, and he's right. He's like, they just don't go there and go, oh, you want to be a girl? We're gonna chop it off. No, you see a psychologist, you're talked to about this. Like, they go through a bunch of different avenues before they just go do it, start cutting stuff off and doing all this shit. That's not how it works. But this is the uneducated, unwashed masses who don't give a shit, and they just hear a buzzword or see a thing and they run with it. This is the problem. She's the problem.
Yet she is engendering hate, not only perhaps to her children, perhaps if her children really look up to her, but to her base, who is going to watch this and say, yeah, she was in the right and she was canceled and she's a martyr for us and our side, and now she's going to go on the speaking tour. She hasn't been fired. I'll say that up front, and we'll get to that too.
She hasn't been?
She has not been
Good,
fired.
she shouldn't be. Like, again, people's livelihoods in a sperm of a moment situation like this shouldn't have their whole lives ruined. Okay, like, this is what she believes. Yeah, she went it the wrong way. You can say this shit without doing what she did, but should this person's life be over? Should this person never be allowed to be a functioning member of society and not allowed to make a living? And now she has to go live in a hole and live under a bridge and eat fish because they don't have feelings? No. She shouldn't. I think that she's a very uneducated person. This is also the freedom of speech shit, the way everybody talks about. So,
yeah. And to Ginger's point, contrary to what some conservative circles in the United States may say, it is not that you simply say, oh, I want to be the opposite gender, and all of a sudden it happens. Like, you walk into the hospital and they do it right then and there. No, that's not how it goes. It's a years-long process. Yeah. I say that as a person who has not done such a thing. So don't believe me. Yes. Yes, if you're super rich, you can bypass by paying more money. That is true in almost all cases. United States or not. Yes.
Wasn't in a private space in the hotel. This was a space that you would not be able to keep your child from using the space.
The three people in drag said that they had permission to shoot in the...
What's that?
I want to see what they look like, because my next question is, how old are your children? And number one. Number two, would you have even, would your child even notice, oh, there's three people just sitting there? So she's doing the reverse. Like, you often, and we've accused people on, I guess, the far left for doing this. Like, how is your 4-year-old confused about being a boy or a girl? You've taught them this. Okay, so you're pointing out to your children that these people are cross-dressers. Now, I'm guessing from what you said, Alex, the one looked like a female. If I'd walked by, unless I'm really staring, I would have thought it was a female. So you're going out of your way to point to your children that this person is a female. That's on you.
If her children were there, they're on the 30th floor.
Yeah, but you know what? But yes, they're probably on the 30th floor eating bonbons. But they're in no. So play the video. Go ahead, play it.
30th floor, Die Hard reference.
Yeah. Yeah.
The lobby, the person who shot the video of Bourne says he does not want an apology from her because he doesn't feel it would be sincere.
He gets sad a little, but such is life, you know. You just got to keep moving and keep living and try and live fulfilled somehow. So,
and before I go on, if you want, and this is for the opposite side, for her side, the Karen side, the conservative side, if you want to hear some really inflammatory comments that you can use to galvanize your base, look for Blair White visits, I think it's Texas Pride 2024. It's either Texas Pride or San Francisco Pride. There are some comments that some people make there that you, Nick, it would destroy you. It would blow your mind. You'd be like, oh, you throw your headphones down and you'd be done and gone, because they say some stuff that I myself am not in favor of.
I won't go look at that.
High floors are the bomb, though. Oh.
So, but none of us were, none of us walked away shattered or broken.
What do you think about my son?
Now, since the video went viral, Imazumi says that he's gotten support from all over, including from Governor Josh Green. Bourne works for UC Davis, and today the university put out a statement saying it condemns her statements.
In a statement to Island News, the president of Highgate Group, the company that owns Alohilani, said Alohilani Resort Waikiki Beach upholds a zero-tolerance policy for any discriminatory behavior. It's the antithesis of our values of aloha and hospitality. June is Pride Month, an annual celebration dedicated to equality, cultural diversity, history, and the resilience of every community and society around the world.
And that's the end of that story, and I got one more.
Ow.
Take care, Sarah. Thank you for being here.
Bye, mate. Love you.
And it was...
What's up? What? Fuck you just call me?
Shut up. I can call you shit.
Grandma's for a little makeup.
No, but actually, I'll have a fucking video.
Okay. I'm busy.
You want to try it live?
Sure don't. Get out of here.
Now, for anyone who's new to the show, Nick did that for entertainment value.
No, I didn't.
His child is not being abused in any way, shape, or form.
He's 20 years old. He could beat me up now. Fuck that kid.
If you want to dig your own hole, that's fine. But I'm doing this for the benefit of the show.
20-year-old adult now, squatting in my basement. Yeah, you heard me. Ooh, chips. What the fuck?
Unfortunately, we are not endorsed by that company.
Sunchips.
Yeah, we're not endorsed by Sunchips.
Man, Pringles are gonna be pissed. Look at this. Give me that. Look at that. How about taking someone's idea?
Yeah.
Right? I thought they were Pringles, so I was kind of disappointed that they're Sunchips, to be honest with you.
I thought they were Pringles too.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that they're not.
Yeah.
Hey, Jag says you suck.
Fuck you, Jag.
Fuck you, Jag. Hi, Jag.
Hey, Jag. It's been a while.
Yeah, close the door. Fuck off.
Okay, here's the third and final story. It's 3 minutes, 26 seconds long.
All right.
Students at UC Davis are demanding the university fire an employee seen shouting at drag performers. It's all caught on camera in this video going viral.
It happened at a hotel in Hawaii. The employee in question is Beth Bourne. She's also president of the conservative Moms for Liberty group in Yolo County. ABC 10's Luke Clary is live in studio tonight with more on this developing story.
So you heard that group that she's part of, eh?
Yeah.
Almost seems like an escalation of behavior forming.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, Beth Bourne is a pretty well-known figure in her capacity as a political activist speaking out on trans issues. She's also a UC Davis employee working in the Transportation Studies program. Today, the university condemned the statements that she made while off the clock. And tonight, a lawyer tells me when it comes to discipline, it comes down to First Amendment rights.
Are you a man? Are you a man pretending to be a woman?
On vacation in Waikiki, Hawaii, that's Beth Bourne shouting down a group of drag performers in this now viral video.
Looking back, I probably should have kept my emotions a little bit more restrained, but I'm very passionate about this.
An outspoken political activist, she's also an employee at UC Davis, where more than 900 students have signed a change.org petition demanding her firing.
What do you think about that?
Again, her life should not be over because she did something stupid. And you know how I feel about this stuff. So I feel she should be suspended. If you're working in a public sector like that, and I learned that lesson with my job. Yeah. I had to, I got in trouble for saying things I said on here because of the position I'm in with where I work. You need to know your audience. And good Lord, Chadney. So I don't think she should be fired. I think, she needs to be reprimanded and probably given a warning. Like, look, you can believe what you want to believe, but you're representing our school and you can't be doing this in public. You can't be.
Yeah.
So consider this like, here's your warning. Like, because if she hasn't done it before, I'm sure there's a union involved, a teachers union or whatnot. Here's your verbal warning. And it happens again, it escalates that way. I don't think you can fire. And again, 948 students. How many students are there? You can check for lumps on my balls when you come for Corn Fest. Ow!
Chad, was that $10 before or including tax? And was that 5 or 12% tax? Inquiring minds want to know.
And did he check you to finish?
To make sure them bits are working, I think it was to finish.
Oh, look at, hold on. Oh, I should tell her she should have sent that to me on my. Oh, the neighbors. They're blowing stuff up at Cat's place.
Awesome.
So, yeah. But yes,
Maybe
like Jason said, they'd likely be a lawsuit because you got to go through the channels. It can't just be like, and like, so UC Davis. So let's see. UC Davis students or population.
She lacks discipline.
Okay, UC California Davis. Let's see how many students we have here. Students. Okay, so they have 40,000, so 41,000 students.
Whoa.
So yeah, you're 948. So yeah.
Dropping the pee bucket, checking for cancer.
Yep. Well, congratulations on your nuts being good, Chad. You can check mine when you come at Corn Fest. Ow!
Ew.
All right.
And UC Davis, California. A lot of liberals in California. I don't imagine.
What I was thinking too.
She's not very popular there at this point in time. That's probably the wrong place to be having that opinion, at least publicly.
And I kind of agree with what Ryan says. If that's how your personal life is and how you feel, maybe you shouldn't be, spewing that stuff if you're a public figure. I said that right at the beginning. If you're a public figure, you got to know your audience, All right.
What's your response to that?
To have a petition that says an employee cannot have her own personal views that I don't express at work. I'm not at work saying these things. I was on vacation. I was in another state.
I asked.
Now, that's a good point in her favor that there's a distinction being made there.
Mm-hmm. And there is. I completely agree.
And nowhere in the video from the drag queen on Beth, does she say that she is with UC Davis and that she's a professor and that she has tenure and all this other stuff, because it's her personal beliefs. However, it's probably not something you should be making a big deal about, especially in this day and age. She's probably not going to get fired. And Jason has said they would lose the lawsuit if they were to dismiss her, especially if she has tenure. And especially if this is her first offense in that regard.
Yeah.
Employment rights lawyer George Allen about it. There's a public outcry. There's a petition calling for her firing. How likely is that to succeed?
You stop.
I wouldn't bet on either horse.
What's that?
Again, so this is the whole blowing things out of proportion. 948 kids out of 41,000 have signed this. Stop. You're making it sound like the whole school signed it. Stop.
Yeah, and a change.org petition, that doesn't translate to real life as much as people want it to. It's perhaps a barometer of sorts, but it is not the majority opinion.
Yeah. In that race. And the reason is the First Amendment. Her tirade in Hawaii doesn't have anything to do with the university or her employment. And so the courts are going to take a very cautious approach to allowing the government, UC Davis, to punish her for speaking her opinion.
There was a county clerk, I think her name was Sue Davis. This was a big thing years ago when it happened. She refused to sign a marriage license for a gay couple, and I think she got fired for it, and then her job was reinstated years later. She became a martyr for the right wing, and it would not surprise me that even if Beth Bourne, the woman in this video, does not get fired, she would become a martyr of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
And Chad makes a good point as well. Yet he won the election in 21. Well, I think some people would use the word rigged and stolen.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you're not going to get anywhere with people like that.
Statement, the university condemned her statements as deeply hurtful and said, quote, while the employee's comments are protected by the First Amendment, they do not reflect the values of respect and belonging that form the foundation of our campus community. Bourne also captured much of the conflict.
Now, I'll minimize Jagger's comment momentarily. Fabulous.
From her perspective.
I'm not having my
the
child
one standing
see a
up
man
is fabulous. I can't see the one with the
pretending to be a
fan, of
woman.
course, but the
Including
one
this
standing up is
argument.
wow, like pretty all right.
With Honolulu police.
Do you know any transgender people?
Yes, I do.
They detained you for a short time, you said, but did they arrest you and did they file any charges?
No. And I was surprised by that. I've never been handcuffed.
She was asked to leave and banned from the hotel for a year, she said.
A year? That's it? Really? And why 3 police officers? And she was handcuffed. Now, true, we didn't see...
She wanted to make a scene, so she got to make a scene.
She did get to make a scene, but we don't know if it escalated to the point of her becoming physical in any way, shape, or form in order to be restrained via handcuffs. That we don't know. So that might be an overreaction on the part of the police.
So that being said, Jag, that's a gambit you run with any teacher, though. With any teacher about any beliefs, skin color, anything, right? You never know, right? And I get what you're saying. Like, she blatantly came out and was like, "Hey," But again, I go back to there's, like we said, there's no kids. These people were minding their business. If you hadn't pointed this out, nobody would even know who you are. The situation wouldn't even came out.
Yeah, bite your lip, look away, and go enjoy Hawaii. Like Sarah May said earlier, you're in Hawaii. Go outside.
Yeah.
Touch grass and sand. Jesus.
Okay,
In
so
his statement,
pause
UC
for a
Davis
second.
went
Okay,
on-
no, I'm sorry, I gotta finish this. This is almost done, so just finish.
You say that it's a place where members of the LGBTQ community should feel seen and supported.
All right, Luke, the next question is, have campus administrators said anything to Beth Bourne about her off-the-clock activities?
Well, according to her, no. In fact, she says until this statement condemning her remarks, which, by the way, does not call her out by name, after this video went viral, she says that she has, though, received a number of threatening emails herself.
Okay, Luke, keep us posted as you learn more on this one, huh?
Okay. Now you want to see she was saying misinformation. Now, again, there was a lot to take in. That was 3 videos. God, so I'm not saying this to be ignorant. What was the hate speech that she said? Now, I know she said, like, you get people cut. Now, saying misinformation and hate speech are 2 different things. Okay. Now, there was a lot of misinformation in there, she said, but was there anything like hate, like, I hope you people die? Or was there anything like, there is a difference, people, between hate speech and being misinformed. And that was like a whole bunch of talking out your ass.
Good point, Jason.
Okay, so we'd have to look into on the X. I mean, I'm never on. The only reason I go into X is to fuck around and find out. Oh, see, now that's interesting. Ryan, you're my tech guy. Go look up some shit this crazy lady said, because I don't use X at all. So, and get back to me. Send me some pictures.
And speaking of our next segment, but yes, finish your point, please.
Yeah, there's a difference. So yeah, misinformed. Night, Bruce.
Bye, Dad. Take care. Thank you.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really hot here next week as well. So
it was hot here today. So yes, it's migrating eastward.
So yes, eastward. Yeah, to me, it's coming to me. I know we're on the wrong so, but yeah, I just think that there wasn't hate speech is misinformed garbage and making a scene, like just so.
Now, we can split hairs further when it comes into misinformation that leads to not only hate speech, but violence against a group of people or peoples. That is a possibility. And
True.
That is part of what the Sandy Hook lawsuit was against, against
that.
Alex Jones. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just copying that. See if I can
And speaking of which, there's a very interesting documentary. If y'all want to know a little bit more about the case of the Sandy Hook parents versus Alex Jones, there's an HBO documentary called The Truth versus Alex Jones. It's about 2 hours long. It will give you a good and basic idea about the case. More information than I knew about this before watching the documentary was the Knowledge Fight podcast, which was great. It goes into much more detail about why he was being sued, the details of the case, statements, so on and so forth. So there you have that.
So if that's what she's saying, see, now that's a yikes.
That is a yikes.
That's a yikes. That's a big yikes.
And she makes that claim, but what does she have on her side to back up said claim?
Yeah, back it. You can't just say that.
Yeah.
We've been saying that we've been doing this show for what, 3 years now? And the model of you always say is show like the facts. Give us facts.
Yeah.
Give it to it. And we'll read it. We'll look at it. We'll go over it. Don't just cite your sources. Sorry, there it is. So anyways, can we move on to something a little more fun?
Yes.
Other videos, because I wanted to, because Jason's here. So this is 25 best rock and roll anthems. I like these things. I really get a kick out of it, just to see what other people's perspective is on music. So yeah, okay. Rock Around the Clock. Oh, Ryan's hooking me up with shit. So I like that song. It's like as soon as I see it, the title, it's in my head, right? My Generation. Yep.
Ooh.
Good, good rock anthems. Born to Be Wild, of course. Right. Bob O'Reilly.
Mm.
Well, everyone thinks it's called Teenage Wasteland, which it is not. Won't get fooled again. Great tunes.
Hold on. Keep it on there. Because this is when most... Oh, wait a minute. Is this part of it?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Just so everyone has a frame of reference.
Mm-hmm. America Pie, of course.
Yep. Classic.
We're an American band. Yep. An American band. Free Bird.
Oh, Brody, please chime in.
Skinner. Rock.
Actually,
I can't do Kiss. I love Born to Run.
Good one.
Can't sail anyway. Set a course for the open sea. And We Will Rock You. Time for Me to Fly. Rio Speedwagon. Well,
REO Speedwagon. Yeah.
Old Time Rock Seeger. Highway to Hell. Brick in the Wall. Another one. Pots of Dust. Don't Stop Believing. I Love Rock and Roll. Joan Jett.
Yeah.
We're not gonna take it. Every time I hear that song, I think of that Dave Chappelle bit when he's like gets caught speeding with his wife friend. He's like, "Hey, kid, turn the stereo down. We're not gonna take it." Like, living on a prayer. Yeah. Rocking in the free world. And really? Alive of Pearl Jam? That's the one you're going to go with for a rock anthem? Weird. That's a weird. Okay. Well, all right. So, yeah. All right. Are we ready to get to the rest of our videos?
Yes. And before we do,
okay,
the latest episode on the Canadian True Crime podcast, and I listened to this today, Mackenzie is mentioned. Believe it or not. Only in passing, though. So if you go to the latest episode, which is about Sue Klassen,
yeah,
it regards the story, it concerns, pardon me, the story of Sue Klassen, 36 years old, in Whitehorse, being murdered by her husband, Ralph Klassen. Now, I had no idea that between the late 80s and the early 90s, Sue and Ralph Klassen lived in Mackenzie.
Wow. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah.
The name didn't sound familiar. I had no idea, but apparently they lived here for a bit. After Ralph, I think he studied theology and he took a course to become a preacher or a minister or someone who stands upon the pulpit and speaks the words. He did that. And apparently, I think he did that in Mackenzie for a time. I had no idea. But you know now, because this information is out there, the Mackenzie Facebook page is going to blow up with, "Oh, I knew it all along. I saw the signs. Oh, this and that," and all these rumors and conjecture and
Ryan
leaps
is
and
going
logic.
nuts right now.
Why?
Okay, slow down, Ryan. Because I asked him to do my internet sleuthing, and holy crap, he's went crazy.
Okay.
Wow. So this is. Let's see. So starting July 15th, my employer, J.C. Davis, is encouraging every employee, 25,000, to give their gender studies, identity pronouns, and sexual orientations when they log into their company account. What if I don't believe in gender identities? Does my sexuality have to do with my work performance? Yeah. Yeah. And she has a hashtag, do not participate in the lie. Hashtag, no child is born in the wrong body. You can stop looking, Ryan. I don't need to really see anymore. That's all I needed to. That did it.
I don't want to feed that unpretty hate machine.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're just going to move on. All right. Ready?
Yep.
All right. All right. Everybody knows Jaws is my favorite movie.
Yep.
Who knew fucking with a shark could go south? Let's watch.
Don't fight our boat. Don't fight our boat. Don't fight our boat.
Damn it! Oh my god! I lost my goddamn pinky. Fuck! Okay.
Now, his exact words were, "It just ripped off my goddamn pinky." Yeah, so he right there is about where he's like, "Oh snap!" And look at this thing twist.
Come on, baby. Let's do the twist.
There it goes. Look at that.
Take me by my little pinky and go like this.
So, that's why you don't fuck with sharks. Dumbass.
She is welcome on our show anytime.
Yes,
I'm going to
yes,
say it again.
Yes, she's a dimey.
And And she doesn't even have to have any salient points. She doesn't have to bring in any content. All she really needs to do is sit there or stand there in front of a camera and go, oh.
Just like that.
Yes, I'm
Yes.
all for it. Yes.
Yes.
So I'm
Yes.
putting the word out there.
Just saying, like, you know.
I'd even pay her a few dollars.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, so, all right. Okay, so I guess. I know he was actually pretty calm considering he just lost a finger. Really.
True.
So I will give him that much. He's pretty calm.
And on a related note,
okay, hold on. Alma sent me more video.
Yay.
That was kind of anticlimactic, but now Bolo and Alma are shooting off their shit.
Giggity.
All right.
Have you ever had your license suspended and then had to zoom into your own court hearing
Oh my
while
God.
driving?
I've seen this one.
And
no.
stupid.
Yes.
People versus Corey Harris.
I love this judge, by the way. He's awesome.
Yes.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Tate for Mr. Harris, who should be present via Zoom.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
Look at the look on his face. Look at the judge's face.
I love that in this day and age, there's a face cam on the judge, and then there's a separate camera for I think that's the prosecution.
Yeah.
And then the guy who's all, but yeah, the fool, he can Skype or zoom in this case, into his own court hearing. I mean, isn't the future awesome? And he's incriminating himself while doing it.
While doing it, yeah.
Beautiful.
You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter, up possibly 2 to 4 weeks that the court would allow.
Okay. So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended,
That is correct, Your Honor.
and he was just driving, and he didn't have a license.
Give me the doodly doo.
That's with the charges, Your Honor, yes.
No, I'm looking at the record. He doesn't have a license. He's suspended and he's just driving.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Oh.
Fuck. Oh.
Look at the look on his face.
There was another one where like the guy stopped the Zoom and they came back and he was clearly in the passenger seat. And the prosecutor was like, "Are you kidding?"
Hello?
Hello?
1 minute, Mr. Harris.
I don't even know why he would do that. So defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Harris, I'll be giving you a call.
Okay.
I mean, bro.
I don't like. Yeah. Wow.
And on the topic of driving, have you ever been walking on a sidewalk in New York City and have this happen to you?
Yeah!
Wow.
What? Okay!
Wow.
Not only was the driver in the wrong, and perhaps the pedestrian rightly called them out for it, there was a brief argument, an exchange of words, perhaps heated, that went on, as if the driver truly believed they were in the right.
Yep.
This is the world we live in.
This is the world we live in. Yep. This is the world we live in. Wow.
And to modify the saying used in a meme, I don't want those people to live on this planet anymore. And I mean specifically these stupid people who make life more difficult for the rest of us.
Yep. Yep. Like, yeah. Like, what? Like, they don't get. Like, what? What? Fuck. Oh! Stupidity at its fucking finest.
Yes.
Tells you. At its finest. Good Lord.
Yeah. And part of the reason that this show is still going, too much to the chagrin and surprise of some of us, including us some days, is because of this abject and outright stupidity and ignorance. And we don't revel in showing it, but we do say, guys, you got to see this.
Yeah.
You have to see
it. Because really, like, me and you talk here, so, and anything I feel like I want to show you, I'll send you. But like, that's always when me and Chad talk, it's always like, dude, have you seen this dumb shit? Me and Ryan are the same shit. Like, you send the messages back and forth. Like, did you see this fucking crap? You know, it's just, and this is the world we live in now.
Mm-hmm.
This is our existence now.
And why we don't know, and probably never will. And as George Carlin said, I don't think this is originally attributed to him, but this is who I first heard it from. And it was I think it was in his book, Brain Droppings, in which I saw these words. The future ain't what it used to be.
No, not at all. Yeah. We thought we were going to have flying cars and all this other shit, and look where we're at.
And smarter people, more responsible, perhaps more creativity, more, personal responsibility taken, all that good stuff that's supposed to elevate society. But no, we're slowly going down here.
Regressing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say we're regressing in a lot of matters. We really are.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest one, as we're getting ready to finish up here, is, I shared this on Facebook, and I don't know who was it had Gary Oldman on there, but whether it's attributed to him or not, we can disagree with one another and still be friends. That's really been lost on people. I work with guys that are religious, and I'm not whatsoever, but I guess we're friends. It's because we don't agree, and he doesn't support. He's not a friend of the transgender movement or the movement. I'll just say the movement. But guess what? He's still my friend. Just because we don't agree on the same shit doesn't mean we can't socialize. Doesn't mean we can't be friends.
Yeah, there are many people at my job I talk to, and some of them I vehemently disagree with them. I will let them have their views, and I will not push back in most cases because there's no point. So other than some of those views, they are decent people.
Yeah.
Kids in the Hall Brain Candy is now available on digital. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Maybe
All
we
right.
should end on that positive note.
I think so. I got to give my bipolar music, and you need to give your movies. But I'm gonna say this again. I want people to remember this because this is sticking with me. That saying that woman said to that guy: "Comparison is the thief of joy." Remember that. Like, if you're always going to be focused on what other people have and what other people are doing, it's going to rob you of any joy in your life. You know, try to look at things at the positive. I know it's hard. So, and that being said, let's get to some cool shit. So, music this week on Nick's bipolar song list. The first one is going to be "Harvest Moon" by Neil Young, followed by, because after the debate, it's been in my head and I've been listening to it ever since a lot. "Enema" by Tool. So you can look at those lyrics and just be like, yeah, I see what Nick was getting at. I see why it's so bad in his head. So, anyways, Alex?
With regards to movies, from 1985, directed by Sam Raimi, Crime Wave, written by the Coen brothers and Sam Raimi. A pair of whacked out cartoon-like exterminator/hitmen kill the owner of a burglar alarm company and stalk the partner who hired them, his wife, and a nerd framed for the murder, who tells the story in flashback from the electric chair. And there's the man himself, Bruce Campbell. So that's one reason to watch the movie. Sam Raimi directed this after he did the first Evil Dead movie, which was in 81. This is from 85, hour 26, including credits. I really liked Brian James in this movie. He played a decidedly different role than I am used to seeing him as a tough guy. He's done some comedy roles, but this was really good for him. And Paul L. Smith, who is here on the right, I've seen him in another movie. I think it's called Sonny Boy, in which he played a tough guy. He was kind of goofy in this one, but he was equally as good. Good, entertaining movie, under an hour and a half. I recommend it if you got nothing better to do and you're a Sam Raimi fan and you want to see Bruce Campbell in a smallish role in a Sam Raimi movie, which is, of course, not out of the ordinary in this day and age for Bruce Campbell. Anyway, the second one. From 1978, Magic. A ventriloquist is at the mercy of his vicious dummy while he tries to renew a romance with his high school sweetheart. Directed by the great Richard Attenborough, starring the great Anthony Hopkins and Anne Margaret. Oh, yeah. And Burgess Meredith.
Right on, right on, right on.
You want to know why Anthony Hopkins got the role in Silence of the Lambs? This is a good example as to why. He was incredible in this movie. Hour 47, including credits, from 1978. He learned how to play cards. He learned how to throw his voice. Great, great job. Of course, it's Anthony Hopkins, but this was before Silence of the Lambs, or The Bounty, before all the other great stuff that he's done over the years. This is a really good movie. If you want to see a young Anthony Hopkins, I highly, highly recommend this movie. And
all right.
Is that.
Nice. So, all right, boys and girls, children of all ages, we love you. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you to all my American friends that stopped by and blew shit up. The Nickelback documentary, it's pretty freaking good. I watched it, most of it. Have a great week, guys.
Think before you say something. Yes, love each other. Think before you say something. Think before you do something. Realize, like Nick has said, everyone's fighting a battle you know nothing about. The onus is on all of us, however, to realize that these battles are being fought and we need to have compassion and patience for one another and to not freak out just because someone is not perhaps listening because they're going through that struggle. So keep that in mind. Hoy ahoy.
Ahoy.
Good red deck.
Ahoy.
And to everyone else who is here, be it for the moment or the duration, including Jagger, my Auntie Kathy, Bolo, Hanama, who stopped in for a moment. Thank you so much. Alma, Chad, Sarah May, Candace, Dad, Tex, Ginger, Ryan, and Casey. People who we haven't seen in a while and we hope are doing well. Overseer, who we saw briefly, I think 2 episodes ago at the end, but nonetheless he was here.
He was here, yep.
Shlomo, really? Van, we haven't seen in a while. Where are you, Van?
Yeah, Van, what the hell?
Brody Jr., Wild Bill, Susan, Penny, Jen, Tamara, Amanda, my friend Sarah, our friend Matt, both Trevors, one Cindy, two Jolene's, Nathan, Nick's mom, and shout outs to Gareth, Ravi, and Ashley. First, there was quicksand. Then there was the Sarlacc pit. And now, Gloria Pouchmonte's quiche-smelling uterus. Ew.
Dun, dun, dun.
And speaking of strange things, y'all have a good night, and you don't want to miss this moment of Zed. So, everyone, take care. Happy Freedom Day, and we'll see you next Thursday.
Bye.